So first of all, we booked directly through the Samurai Sword Cutting Experience website.
If you book through the official website, I think it'll be cheaper than a booking from TripAdvisor or Expedia.
Samurai Museum is what it was, and we met somebody there and told us that we actually needed to go to another location. And it was about a 5-minute walk from there to the actual Samurai experience. And they said once we were finished, we could come back. So then the first part of that experience was our instructor. He was showing us the traditional samurai outfit, explained to us what that is, why it was for samurai, why it was so important.
So after that, there's a kind of dummy sword we can just take a picture with. So we have like a 10 or 15 minutes. We just kind of make a different pose and take a pictures.
After that is when the actual sword lessons began, and he explained to us the sword, sharp and dangerous it really was, the different poses, how to hold it, how you use your left hand to draw it down, and you have to make sure everybody knows how to properly hold the sword and before we're allowed to actually do the sword cutting experience. How did you do with it?
So first he told me like a way to stand, how to stand, and he handed me like a real sword, and he's actually wearing this like a safety gloves too.
Well, we were actually wearing a safety thing on our leg as well, just in case we miss and hit our own leg. We won't chop our leg.
And the sword is not that heavy. Like I thought it's gonna be like a super heavy, and he told me like you can move forward, and here we go.
First time, not so successful.
No.
Yeah! Success!
Yay! There's no resistance or anything like that. If you swing it really right, and it slice it. Yeah.
Second time!
Yeah,
Success!
second time I mastered it. I'm officially samurai now. So let's check out the Adam swing here.
So do my practice swings.
So slow.
I was trying to make sure I got it right. It is quite nerve-wracking because you're like, they're trying to think of everything you just remembered in like 5 minutes. Oh!
Of course.
I hit it and I got a good gash into it. The problem is that I didn't really have a good enough angle to do the side slice to chop it off.
Yeah.
That time, I got really deep into it.
Yeah.
And he told me, he goes, well, that person definitely would have been dead. But again, I didn't really pull to my left enough to be able to get that right angle to get all the way through it. And he only let me try it twice, probably because my second slice wasn't good enough. Our overall rating and experience for a samurai experience, what would you say?
I would give them 9 out of 10. The instructor is very professional. He knows what he's doing. It's a really fun experience. I'm not sure if I want to go back, but for this experience, I think I'll give them like a 9 out of 10. What do you think?
I would agree with that. I mean, I definitely think it's worth the experience at one time, you know, to do it. The pictures are really cool that you get to share afterwards.
Right. Yeah.
And you get to say, hey, I used a real samurai sword and I cut the Tommy mats with them. So,
right.
I mean, and the constructor was very professional. I mean, you could
Right.
tell that he knew his stuff and he could probably cause some real damage in a real battle. So,
Right. Yeah, he could.